Hello, I'm Clementine. I'm working on a CV project, a goal called Go Behind the News. I'm working on a project called Credibility and Validity. So I have a task of analyzing 3 news stories. While analyzing, I need to analyze whether the authors are independent versus self-interested. This means that the person writing or reporting the story does or has some self-interests at stake in the story. And also I need to know whether there is multiple sources versus one source, where the author used many sources of information to back up the claim he wrote in the story. Also, I need to know whether the article or the news story verifies versus assures, where the source verify information in the story or mail assert or claim. In other words, is there real evidence in the story that the claims made by source in are true, in order to know whether the evidence the author used are true. Also, I need to know authoritative and informed versus uniformed. It means do the author demonstrate expertise or knowledge about the subject that they are reporting? Also, I need to analyze named versus unnamed, which means that uh, named sources are almost always considered more credible than anonymous sources. It means the author, I need to see whether the author used named sources, provided the name of the sources used. So I chosen 3 stories. One is titled "Visco Assault Shakes Texas Town." Uh, this news is written by James C. McClellan, which was independent while reporting the news, and also he quoted different people. He used different quotes from different people while as evidence to back up his claim, and also he cited information he used in the article. He reported what happened. The second article, that is titled "Grief and Protest Follow Shooting of a Teenager," which was written by Jerry Bosman and Emma. The reporters are independent and the news is reported the way it happened. The reporters cited people like St. Reese, Mayor, the Brown's mother, 10-year friend, and city councilman in St. Louis. So the reporters were independent while reporting the news. This third story, which is titled "Apple Announces iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus, the biggest advancements in iPhone history." The reporters were two, so they reported the news independently. So this information were reported for the interest of the company to announce the new products that is out. So going to the second criteria, whether the author used multiple sources versus one source. So for the first article, James used multiple sources because he quoted many people in the article, like Sheila Harrison, Stacy, Gatlin, Halson, and also he used hyperlinks that supports the information in the story. So all the sources created a fair balance of the opinion in the story. So going to the second article, the reporters got information they used in the news from different sources. It means they used multiple sources. They got news from Ferguson resident and members of Mr. Brown's family, Ferguson Police Department, State Rivers Country Police Department, and St. Louis Mayor. So all the sources created a fair balance of the opinions because they were all talking about the same issue that happened. Going to the third story, the authors use different information about the products Apple company is going to put out on market. They gave different links where customers can find more information about the products and where they can buy the products from. So going to the third criteria, which is verifies versus asserts. For the first article, the source, their real piece of evidence that claims made by sources are true. So this is because the author used a picture of trailer and he quoted people who knows what happened. For the second article in the news, there are real evidence that the claims made by sources are true because the reporters used pictures that shows what happened and they cited people that were there, the authorities and the members of Brown's family. For the third article, the information in the press is true because the authors gave out their contacts and the contacts of the Apple company. So they provided websites where customers can find more information about the products Apple is going to put on market. So for the fifth criteria, which is authoritative and informed versus uninformed. So for the first article, the sources in the article are of authoritative and informed. This because they demonstrate expertise or knowledge about the subject matter, because people who were quoted in the article know the information about the matter. The author used people who were there while the shooting happened, and they used people who know the police, who knows what happened, and it is their duty to follow the issue that happened. So the sources that were used are authoritative and informed. So going to the second article, the sources in the article are authoritative, informed, and they demonstrate expertise or knowledge about the subject matter because all people quoted in the news talked about what they know and they saw about what happened. In addition, the sources did not judge anyone. The authors used sources that give the readers a room to think critically about the issue. So people who were quoted in the article know what happened about the subject or the matter that happened. Going to the third article, so the sources or people who uh, were used in the press, they are authoritative also and informed because they provide the website of the Apple company where a person can find more information about the company, which means that the website they provided are informed. So we are going to the last, which is named versus unnamed. So for the first article, the author used named sources because he used quoted people trusted people and the hyperlinks which supports the article. So he provided the names of the sources he used in the article. So going to the second article, the author used named sources in the article. This is because they used government officials, members of the family who are named and trusted. So for the third article, the authors used named sources because they provided websites of the Apple company. I think that the sources they provided are named sources. So here they asked a question which says, in your opinion, is this story credible? Why or why not? I think the first story is credible because this story has people who are quoted in the story are trusted, and also the author uh, provided the dates of publication and also the name. He provided also his name, and also it is from the trusted uh, newsletter. For the second article, I think also it is credible because the authors quoted credible people like family members and government officials. There is also a date of publication. It is published by a known newsletter, the New York Times. For the third article, also I think it is credible because it is a press from a company which is credible. I think uh, they put necessary information of the products in the press, and also they provided a website where people can get more information about the products on market. So the second question is, what questions are you left with after reading or watching this story? Uh, for the first article, I have one question. It says, what did the officials do to the men who raped the girl? And also for the second article, I have two questions, which the first one is, what happened to the police officer who shot Mr. Brown? The last, is there some the president of the republic said about this issue? So about the press, the press release, I don't have any question. So the last question says, does this article or video qualify as news? Why or why not? The first article, this is credible because the author used different sources that give trusted information because he cited many people, he used quotes from different people, and the hyperlink, I think the news is qualified to be a news. The second article also is qualified to be a news because the authors used many sources of information. As I said, also there is also pictures that shows what happened, which means that they support their visuals that support what the author wrote. For the third article, I think it is the press release that shows all information about the new products Apple company is going to put on market. This is why it is a quality news. So thank you for your kind attention.